What's happening, everybody? We are back with another project we told y'all we were going to be doing. The old 63 is getting some high country seats. So we decided to go with the brown out of the high country, which just trimmed with like the cream. Got the fold down console to hold our cold drink while we're trying to drive. And if y'all had seen the video on the K10, we know it works. So you just gotta fab it back up like we did it. And this one's made a little bit different inside, so we're gonna have to cut some of the brackets off in the back. A little different than that one, but overall, what we done on it, we just whacked them all off flush with the seat, and then fabbed a brace underneath to go into the existing K10 seat support that come off the old seat. Matter of fact, right here. So it was on slides and everything. It adjusts in that truck, slides forward and backwards. So and actually, the way we got it designed, the top folds down in the K10, so we can get to our subs, amps, and all that good stuff in the back. So we'll probably do the same thing with this one. There's really nothing to latch it. Like here, we cut these brackets off also, where they go on the Silverados. So, but I've been seeing dudes, man, on Facebook selling the same setup for like $1,200. All they're doing is buying these seats, and then they measuring out what goes in your truck and building it with a couple of pieces of channel, square tubing or whatever. So I mean, these dudes are making some bank. When we scored on this one today, we bought it the same place we bought that one. You guys in the market for any seats, Councilman Auto Salvage. There's one in Birmingham, Mobile, Spanish Fort, Alabama. Bought it online. They show a grade what the seat is for, like a grade A, grade B. But you just punch in what you want, your model, and you can find it. But I think it's gonna go real well. We kind of got a hoopty set up, y'all. I guess this old seat come out of like the S10 or whatever. You have to overlook my stuff. I kind of drove it this morning. I put my cans in the seat after I got through drinking. But anyway, this nice steering wheel set up that the guy behind the camera bought me for a house truck warming party. Christmas. Maybe it was my birthday. Anyway, the fact is he bought it, and it's freaking awesome. I like it. He's got one in his, looks awesome. But his is black, everything's black except the steering wheel, and his turned out real nice. But we're gonna go back with that flooring liner like we did on his. So we have a rubber floor liner, and we can just wash this dude out. Don't have to worry about the water. Gotta get some Dynamat, a couple other things. But before we get to all that, we're gonna fab this up, make sure it fits. Everything's good, so we can just get our bolt holes lined up, put the new flooring down, and then we can pop it back in. But we're gonna enjoy it before all that goes on, because we work on it as we go. This ain't one of these shop builds where these guys tear it down and it sits here months and months. Oh, I wish I could drive it. Y'all just enjoy your ride, man. Like, it ain't gotta be perfect. Get out here, get to these car shows. And speaking of car shows, dude, Battling Bama is coming. 2025, y'all. I already have tickets. We already booked the rooms. If y'all haven't been, y'all need to check it out. It's in Talladega, Alabama this year. We're gonna drive both of these trucks up. Just gonna road trip them. So load some tools up and we're gonna hit the road. But this dude, we got a lot of left to do. Bed, windshield, that's going in soon. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Mirrors, we got to do a lot. Don't think we're gonna get the chance to paint it, but got to do some paint work on this one. Y'all get to see it, but I just want to show y'all a quick one of the seats, and excited about that. Think they're gonna look real good together. And so that's it, y'all. Get y'all some 2014, I think, 13, all the way up to like 2018. Some of the 2020 seats even. That's the rear seats out of the trucks. We wanted a bench seat concept in case we ride 3 deep. and the fold down console. Still in the 30s, but we're gonna get the whacking. We're gonna get a brand new Milwaukee. Check it out, y'all. So we burn up the Craftsman and we burn up the Hobo Freight ×2. So we'll see if we can keep this dude going. Yeah, buddy. Caught it on sale for Christmas. Hey, Hundo, man. This is a dude here. So we're about to give it a little something to do. But hey, y'all be with us. Y'all be good. Hit that subscribe button, please, so we can keep doing stuff like this. We appreciate y'all. Going to get back to the pole barn kits coming. Almost got the other one done, but lots of stuff to do. All right, so we got these seats. We took the old seat out, and I was debating to use this track. I don't know what this, I think it was like an S10. It actually fit almost perfect with the bolt holes in this truck, the setup. So it was just narrow. So we set one of these seats in just to see where it would line up, and come up with it almost being perfect. On the bottom mount, this is where they would go up against the Silverado. It's got a funky mount a little higher here than it is here, but what we can do, this one mounts perfect on the back side of the seat in the truck, but we're going to take off and just cut it smooth right through here. Just make a cut, and then here we're just going to make a cut at an angle, and it'll get rid of this so we can back this up against the wall a little bit more. But with that setup right there, it was a nice little rake. We need a little bit more leg room, so I think when we cut that off, we should be able to slide it in, and then we can block something up on the front just to kind of mock it up and give us where we want. We put that one in the K10 and it sits fine. I mean, it set in there perfect, but when we done it, we didn't give it a little bit of arch, so, which is no big deal. We can always go back and either go larger with the square tubing. I think that's like a 1x1 or something. I can't remember now, but you can always shim it. I mean, all that stuff's grade 8. So if we shim it, we'll go back with either like grade 8 washers or something like that. It don't need a whole lot of rate, but it would be nice to kind of cup you just a little bit. But we learned with that one. We're going to change it with this one. So we're going to whack this off and see how this fits, and then step one, we'll just go from there. Start fabbing up what we need. We don't have all the metal we need, I know, to get all this done today, so we'll get an idea of what we need. But all right, let's get some safety glasses, and I'm about to go with it, y'all. All right, so this is the small seat. We was trying to get this thing mocked up, and we got it propped up. It's got a little bit of wiggle, but anyway, this is what we want. If you see, I'll hold it back. We just mounted a 2x4, but I mean, that should be plenty of room. I got plenty of leg room here. So I'm 5'7", so I mean, there's plenty of, looks like over there. So if we mount it this way, we won't have adjustability there. That's the only problem. So I don't really know that we're gonna need it, because, you know, they say to build it for everyone, but I don't foresee everyone being in it. I mean, it's kind of, we're building it for us, and there we go, the Sharpie made a difference. So we got it wedged up, but you can see what it looks like. We're on the back mounts, which work perfect, and the seat will still fold down. So if we want to put like a small sub box back there or something, it'd be perfect. And then the gas tank, the original gas tank mounts, it doesn't touch under the seat. So we can actually if we needed to, we could fab something up to mount there. But we got a Mach 2 before. We stuck up there and drilled a hole and put a bolt through it for the time being. We're gonna take the flap disc and clean all the metal back up on the seat and paint all these brackets. But anyway, this will give you an idea. This is kind of what we're going for. It's got a little, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a little bit of arch to it. I think that's gonna be what we need. And our trim covers are still, I think, fit on the sides over here. We're still gonna have to work seat belts out and all that good stuff, but that'll be another thing. But for right now, I think this is what we're gonna do. And these old floors, y'all, I don't trust them, but what we're gonna do is take double plate. We'll take plate and put on top. I don't wanna go up any higher really. May go up just a hair. Put a piece of flat plate, maybe a 1/4 inch, because I think we can come up with quite a 1/4 of an inch and be okay. We're gonna black the back window out anyway, so you won't be able to see the headrest, but you won't even see it. But anyway, we're gonna double plate that floorboard because it's kind of thin. You know, back in the day, safety wasn't a thing, so just to make me feel better, it'll give it more something to grab onto. So I'll probably take and tack that in on the bottom side and tack some in up here. Just drill a hole through the whole thing, and we'll put a grade 8 bolt. And after we tack it, we'll weld it up on those plates. But it'll just be like just sandwich that floor pan there a little bit where to have some extra strength. And then on the front, we got quite a bit of fabbing to do. So y'all can see, this is what comes out of the Silverado. I mean, this was the bracket that was on the truck. So we just took the plastic covers off. And the piece that sticks straight backwards, you'll have an L shape. You want to cut that off so you can slide it back as far as you need to. But these trucks, you can see here, have a hump. A natural hump right here, the way they're made. And we welded all this in. It was all rotten, so we welded all it up. This rocker too. And anyway, this is I'm gonna clean this up for it to be nice and smooth. It ain't so jagged, but I just made like almost like a V cut and cut that out. And on the other side, we cut the one that sticks straight out. So it'd be, if you're looking at it, you want to keep the bottom feet and cut the one that sticks towards the cab or the back of the cab. And this is what you'll end up with. So you can see under there though, we got a lot of space. And then on the K10, we had to fab up some front brackets, but that shouldn't be a real big issue. What I've done is drilled into the inside frame of this seat. There's some square channel that runs in there, and I just drilled a hole, put a grade 8 bolt, carriage bolt, and stuck it down so, you know, we could not have to go back in there. Because you'll have to take this back piece loose where it snaps. All these covers are replaceable. And give you a heart attack in the middle of things. I didn't see that coming. Anyway, drill it in from the bottom. Once you take and pull that back, when you get your hand in there, you can feel where you're going. But you'll drill through the carpet. We just drill through this carpet backing on the bottom of the seat. Put that carriage bolt through the top, so we got whatever length we want coming out the bottom. And you'll have to do 2. I think I've done 4. I've done 2 on the other one, 2 on this one. And with the back mounts, it should be plenty. So I don't think it'll go anywhere. But we'll go straight across with a channel, square tubing, and I may get some beefier, like maybe some 2x3 or something, and then we'll just fab up something coming off of that going down where we can maybe even put them in the existing. Well, no, I welded them up. Never mind. That's what I'm saying. Put them in existing holes, but I welded all that in. But we'll have to drill new holes down there and all that good stuff. But I think that's gonna look pretty sweet. What do you think?
It's gonna look good.
So the headrest, you can barely see it through the window right now. But if we pick it up 1/4 of an inch, I think it's gonna be pretty good. The way these 63s are made with that door cut out, it's kind of going to be beneficial to us anyway. Gives you a lot more leg room to get in and out. It is definitely something to get used to when you're working on these things, especially putting wiring in like I was, because you will bust your head open on that piece sticking out. Not used to that, so yeah, I got a few knots. But I think that's going to be exactly what we need. Everything should fit. I measured the truck, and it's actually the same width as the K10, and the bench seats, I tried to do some research, and they were taking seats out of those trucks, putting in here, even OBS trucks, and putting in here. So I think that's going to work out pretty nice too. So we're going to mock it up, like I say, with whatever we have. I mean, we got it just kind of sitting in there right now to give us an idea of what we got. I'm going to pick up some more 2x4s because I really like to get it where it's stationary, where I can get some good measurements, because we're still not up against the cab yet. But this will give you an idea, guys, of what y'all looking at. We get this other piece in, we'll give you a look at that, and hopefully all that works out just as easy. So I think it will, as long as we use those bottom, and I'll show you real quick. When I said the brackets, as you can see, if you set this thing up, this is the way it sits, but the bracket goes down, and they're kind of a pain in the rear. They lock in. Just got a long way to go. If you come right here and look, you'll see this slide. It's an arch slide right here. That thing's supposed to slide all the way down here and lock. So I just had to fight with the other one in there to get it to work right. But right here, this is as far as this one goes because of this brace. But what we'll do, we just cut up here and try to take all this off. So when we'll put it in, we'll be sitting on that bottom, because what we're trying to get to is sitting like that right there. And you can see that up front again, the way it's sitting is kind of raked up. It kind of gives us a slight arch. It's kind of hard to see over there with that bracket and all the way up. So those things are kind of a pain. Once they lock down though, this is the bottom mount. It's gonna go on the floor of the truck. It's gonna be sitting straight under the seat, just like this one right here on this side. That's what it'll look like when it's fully turned back down like it's supposed to be. Like I say, they're kind of a pain. You take a hammer and kind of bump them, because they're not mounted to anything, and right now it's kind of like free to do whatever it wants. So, but I would leave these stobs on just for the fact that when you got it down, see how this is separate from the seat. It's on one of these pins right here. So when it's separate from it, it's just flopping. But if you leave the mount or that pin in and just cut around it, it'll stop that seat from going further back than it should. And that's what'll set up against the cab up top. We cleared without these flanges, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut them off, because if we do, which we will, maybe a small box or something or a sub, we're gonna just we're gonna try to get that thing as tall in a pyramid shape as we can. So we'll just whack them off like we did this one, and then clean it up real good, and I think we'll be dialed, hopefully. But this one's already going in a lot easier than yours did. But in defense, yours had a big raking arch in the front. So those K10s got like a funky looking floor. These are more smooth and then go up in the back where the gas tanks go. So, but anyway, it looks pretty daggum good, y'all. So whoever had the seat had a pup. He had a lot of dog hair we got off, but I mean, man, they cleaned up like awesome. So that's gonna be good for what we need. But if you have to replace these things, like I say, you can get them off of Amazon, and the ones in your Ram we just did. I don't know if we showed them, but they were probably about an hour and a half a piece. And it says you don't have to do the hog rings, but you do. Because right here in the seams, there's a seam of hog rings on both sides. I didn't do it with a hog ring plier set. I just took those and bent them back out with some vice grips and just reused the hog rings. So, you know, you work with what you got. We didn't have time to wait on stuff to come in. You can't get them around here at parts stores. So, anyway, it works. And learned something along the way. But, dude, these are going to be sweet. We're getting there, buddy. This thing's going to look pretty doggone tough when we get it up to battle. We got a little ways to go. We're going to probably go ahead and C-notch this dude, too, because we're still slamming on the daggum rear axle when we get bad bumps. But, I mean, you can look at it and see we were like no suspension travel. So, the shocks is sweet. They helped it out a whole bunch, but if we could get that notched before we run up the road, we'll be dialed. But all right, y'all, that's gonna probably wrap us up for today. I may put this little short one out and then give you another video follow up what we got going on, how we fabbed that front up, because a lot of guys gonna want to know. We got a bunch of questions when we done the K10, and try to do something a little bit more in depth and show you exactly, you know, what we got, maybe some measurements and all that good stuff so you can see. So because these trucks, I mean, like from 62 I think to like 66 or something, I think the interior is pretty much the same. And you know, even after that, I think that the gas tanks were still inside, so most likely the floor pans were the same too. So, but anyway, if it'll help you guys out, we're glad to help any way we can. But you know, this is what the channel is about. We do things so you don't have to. That's what we say all the time. So anytime I could do something and give the information, put it out there for y'all to help you out, by all means, use it. I mean, if it can help you. I don't believe in all that, you know, charging and trying to keep it all secret and, oh, you know, this secret sauce stuff. I mean, this is what the truck community is about, y'all. We're supposed to help each other. So I've had a lot of help along the way, and by all means, I don't mind giving it. But this upgrade for this seat is a lot of stuff people are doing, and the seats are like, went from $100 bucks, $120 for this leather, pleather, whatever you want to call it, to anywhere from $400 or $500. And some people, you know, if you buy it off Facebook, just be careful, because your scrap yards, you can get it for half the price. I've looked on Facebook, and the cheapest I could find was like $750 for one of these seats. I mean, that's just crazy. You can get the other one reupholstered for like $650, $700 for a good frame, original. But you know, like I say, Cancelman Auto Salvage, abbreviation I think is like CAR. It must be, I don't remember exactly what they call it, but Cancelman Auto Recycle, I think is what they actually got it, abbreviation. But just look them up, y'all. They're in Spanish Fort, Birmingham, if you're up that way, Mobile. You just get on the website, check it out. You can pick up the whatever year model you want, or pick the phone up and call them. Say, hey man, I'm looking for this, and dudes can help you out real good. But so far, they're averaging for a good one about $300 to $350. I looked up on this one, dude. This was like $200. So I jumped on it. I seen it this morning, first thing. It just came on the web page, and for whatever reason, I don't know why it was so cheap, based on the other ones, because some of the older models were higher. But I jumped all over this. I mean, went ahead and bought it right there on the spot. You can buy it right there when you're looking on their website, and you go to the store, pick it up. They'll ship it to you for additional cost, but we live close by, so we shot down and grabbed it. But I'm happy with it. Y'all, we appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe if you hadn't already. A lot of y'all watching are just viewing and not really subscribed to the channel. We would greatly appreciate y'all to subscribe. You know, I try to do the same thing, guys. You know, just growing the content. It's giving us an opportunity to get bigger. So a lot of stuff coming up. We're gonna end up probably painting this truck, so kind of back and forth with it. But we got windshields coming, so we're gonna do that too ourselves, and we'll show you what we know about that. I got an ace in the hole with that one, so got somebody that kind of knows what they're doing in the family. So anyway, we appreciate y'all. Y'all be good.